Good day. This is meteorologist Daryl Converse on the night watch in the Fleetweather Ocean Routing Center in New York. The time is March 6th, 2023 at 02:45 GMT, and I'll be looking at, once again, Tropical Cyclone Freddy in the South Indian Ocean. Now, Freddy has already broken some records out there regarding intensification, and it's been discussed in some of our other videos, and we have yet another record that we think Freddy's going to break. I'll get to that in just a moment. So right now we see here the convection of Freddy has kind of moved somewhat inland, but offshore part of it remains a little bit intact. We are seeing a little bit of weakening due to that land interaction presently. However, the cyclone is expected to turn more toward the south and southwest, and basically a little bit more offshore. And during that time, the system will regain a little bit of its strength, and then the forecast models actually predict the system to kind of stall out here briefly and then start more of a northwest track yet again in the 36 within the 36-hour time frame. Here is the general steering flow. So this is the mid-level average wind, and this is kind of a good gauge of where we expect the steering to occur. Right now we have a ridge up here that's steering Freddy toward the southeast presently. And as you can see, that kind of weakens a little bit. This ridge over South Africa, especially eastern South Africa and then southeastward, you see it starts to push its way out here. That will take over, and is going to be the impulse that drives Freddy, becomes the dominant steering mechanism, pushes it back across Mozambique Channel once again toward Mozambique itself. Here are the forecast models. This is the euro. You can see models are in general agreement that the system is going to turn around and go back again toward the northwest. Models are also in agreement for intensification. What they are not in agreement in regarding is the exact track. You see a lot of different tracks toward the northwest and north, particularly with euro. GFSs are generally a little more consistent. You can see a nice outlier here, though. So we don't have a lot of confidence beyond 36 to 48 hours in the exact track of Freddy. Here is the sea surface temperature. You can see here the system is, once it kind of moves back over more water here, it's going to be over marginally favorable sea surface temperatures. So marginally favorable would be around 26, 27 degrees Celsius. Once you get above 27 Celsius, you can see that occurs right around here, and then further up here, we expect intensification. This is the Agulhas current, so warm sea surface temperatures closer to 29, and even some pockets of 30 degrees Celsius would allow some further pretty good intensification at that time. So we do think the system is actually going to become hurricane strength again in the medium to long range. As you can see here in our in-house forecast model, here's the forecast track. You see the system take a sharp turn toward the northwest. Again, the exact track, not sure. Some of the models, the consensus is a little bit more east of this or north of this, you would say. But regardless, the system will cross into warmer SSTs, sea surface temperatures. The significant wave heights will build. You have to watch in the Agulhas itself. Some sets of above 8 meters are not out of question here. So a very dangerous situation for the shipping interests here. The system will then continue toward Mozambique and make landfall yet again. Long range models do suggest that the system finally dies off, moves well inland at that time. But before that, all it's going to take is another couple days of survival, and it will surpass tropical storm and Hurricane John. Eventually became actually a typhoon as well in the Pacific in 1994 as the longest lasting tropical cyclone in history. That's right, in history. So the system you can see it traversed here, moved inland. We were just able to detect a little bit of a weak circulation here. It was elongated at a time. We thought it was going to fall apart, perhaps, maybe, but it didn't. It moved back offshore again and re-intensified, and that's where we are now. So it just needs another couple more days, and it will break that record. So please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on LinkedIn to receive all the latest weather and routing news. Once again, this is meteorologist Daryl Converse from the Fleetweather Routing Center in New York. Stay connected and safe.